Hey everyone, welcome to BingeWise. Today we're counting down the ultimate popcorn flicks, those movies that are pure, unfiltered entertainment. You know the ones. Grab your snacks, turn off your brain, and just enjoy the ride. From time-traveling adventures to high-speed getaways, from buddy cop chaos to superhero mayhem, we've got 10 films that are absolutely perfect for movie night. So settle in, because this countdown is gonna be a blast. Let's get started. Kicking off at number 10, we have Non-Stop. Picture this, you're trapped on a plane at 30,000 feet and someone's playing a deadly game. Liam Neeson stars as Bill Marks, a federal air marshal who's already having a rough day. Then he starts getting mysterious text messages. Transfer $150 million or a passenger dies every 20 minutes. What makes this the perfect popcorn flick? It's a pressure cooker. The clock is ticking, the stakes are sky high, literally, and you can't look away. Who's the villain? Is it the nervous passenger, the friendly flight attendant? The account is in Mark's own name, so now he looks like the hijacker. This is pure thriller entertainment. It's Liam Neeson doing what he does best, being a total badass while everyone doubts him. But if you think a plane thriller is intense, wait until you see what happens when two completely opposite detectives collide in 1970s LA. At number 9, The Nice Guys. It's 1977 Los Angeles, and this buddy detective comedy is an absolute riot. Russell Crowe is Jackson Healy, a hired enforcer who literally solves problems with his fists. Ryan Gosling is Holland March, possibly the world's worst private detective, and he's got a 13-year-old daughter who's smarter than him. These two unlikely partners team up to find a missing girl named Amelia. But what starts as a simple case spirals into dead porn stars, government conspiracies, and absolute chaos. The chemistry between Crowe and Gosling is gold. One's the muscle, one's the mess, and together they stumble through this mystery in the most entertaining way possible. Add in razor-sharp dialogue, perfect 70s vibes, and genuinely hilarious moments. This is popcorn perfection with a comedic twist. Speaking of things spiraling out of control, imagine an entire train loaded with explosives and no one at the wheel. Number 8 is Unstoppable. And let me tell you, this movie delivers exactly what it promises. An unmanned freight train loaded with toxic chemicals is barreling toward a city at full speed. Half a mile long, tons of explosive cargo, and absolutely nothing stopping it. Denzel Washington plays Frank Barnes, a veteran engineer, paired with Chris Pine as Will Coulson, the new guy. Classic setup. Experience meets youth, tension builds, then they have to work together. Corporate wants to derail it to save money, but Frank and Will, they're going to chase it down and couple onto it while it's moving at lethal speed. This is based on a true story, which makes it even more insane. Pure adrenaline, non-stop action, pun intended, and heroes racing against disaster. This is edge-of-your-seat popcorn cinema. Now, if runaway trains are terrifying, what about a cabin in the woods where nothing is what it seems? At number 7, The Cabin in the Woods. But trust me, this is not your typical horror movie. 5 friends head to a remote cabin for a weekend getaway. You've seen this before, right? Creepy basement, mysterious artifacts, bad decisions. But here's where it gets brilliant. When they unleash zombie killers from a cursed book, you think you know what's happening, but there's so much more going on. Without spoiling anything, this film is a love letter to horror movies while completely deconstructing them. It's scary, it's funny, it's smart, and it goes absolutely bonkers in the best way. Joss Whedon and Drew Goddard created something special here. It plays with every horror trope you know and then flips the entire script, perfect for popcorn munching and jaw-dropping moments. From zombie mayhem to teenage mayhem, let's talk about the most legendary fake ID in cinema history. Number 6 is Superbad, the comedy that defined a generation of awkward teenagers. Seth and Evan are best friends facing their last weeks of high school. They're inseparable, they're unpopular, and they have one mission: get alcohol for a party and finally talk to girls. Enter Fogel, aka McLovin, the worst fake ID in history. McLovin from Hawaii, organ donor, becomes an instant legend. What makes this perfect popcorn material? It's hilarious chaos. Cops who act like teenagers, teenagers trying to act like adults, and absolutely everything going wrong. But beneath the comedy, it's really about friendship. Seth and Evan realizing they're heading to different colleges, different lives. It hits you right in the feels while making you laugh your head off. And speaking of awkward teenagers with big dreams, what if one of them decided to become a real superhero? At number 5, Kick-Ass, the superhero movie that asks, what if a regular kid actually tried to be a superhero? Dave Lazivsky is nobody special, just an awkward teenager who wonders why nobody's tried being a real superhero. So he buys a wetsuit, grabs some batons, and heads out to fight crime. Spoiler alert, he gets destroyed, stabbed, hit by a car, bones replaced with metal, but hey, now he has a higher pain tolerance. Then he meets Big Daddy and Hit Girl, Nicolas Cage doing an insane Batman impression, and a 12-year-old girl who's the most lethal person in the room. This movie is violent, it's funny, it's got heart, and it completely deconstructs superhero tropes. Watching Hit Girl take down an entire warehouse of mobsters? That's what popcorn movies are made for. From modern-day superheroes to fantasy adventurers, let's roll the dice and enter a world of dragons and magic. Number 4 is Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. And yes, they finally made a great D&D movie. Ejin Darvis is a charming bard-turned-thief who just broke out of prison. His mission? Reunite with his daughter while pulling off an epic heist to steal a magical artifact. He assembles the most delightfully chaotic crew: a barbarian warrior, a sorcerer with no confidence, a shape-shifting druid, and the world's most heroic paladin. They're facing evil sorcerers, powerful necromancers, and absolutely bonkers magical creatures. Dragons? Check. Gelatinous cubes? Check. A chubby dragon that's adorable? Check. This movie gets what makes D&D fun. It's action-packed, genuinely hilarious, full of heart, and doesn't take itself too seriously. It's a fantasy adventure that respects both fans and newcomers. From magical mayhem to a different kind of mystery, what happens when the best cop in London gets sent to the sleepiest town in England? Taking bronze at number 3, Hot Fuzz, Edgar Wright's masterpiece of action comedy brilliance. Nicholas Angel is London's finest cop. He's so good, he makes everyone else look bad, so they promote him to the sleepy village of Sanford. Paired with Danny Butterman, an action movie-obsessed cop who's never seen real action, Angel expects boredom. But then, people start dying in accidents. What makes this perfect? It's hilarious, it's smart, and the third act goes absolutely insane. The quiet village erupts into an all-out action movie with shootouts, car chases, and explosions. Edgar Wright fills every frame with details, callbacks, and visual gags. You can watch this 10 times and still find new jokes. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost have perfect chemistry. It's a love letter to action movies while being one itself. And speaking of Edgar Wright magic, buckle up, because our next film is about to take you on the most stylish ride of your life. At number 2, Baby Driver. Edgar Wright strikes again with the most stylish action movie in years. Baby is a young getaway driver with tinnitus. He blocks it out by constantly listening to music. And when he drives, he's perfectly synced to his playlist. Every chase scene is choreographed to music. The entire movie is like a musical, but with car chases instead of dance numbers. Baby's working off a debt to crime boss Doc. One more job and he's free. Free to pursue a normal life with Deborah, a waitress he's fallen for. But nothing goes as planned. The crew for his final job? absolute psychopaths who derail everything. The action is phenomenal. The soundtrack is perfect. Ansel Elgort is incredible, and the supporting cast, Jamie Foxx, John Hamm, Kevin Spacey, are all amazing. This is pure cinematic adrenaline with heart. But you know what's even cooler than a perfectly choreographed car chase? A time-traveling DeLorean hitting 88 miles per hour. Taking the crown, Back to the Future. And even though this is an older film, I absolutely cannot leave it off this list. Marty McFly, your average 1985 teenager, accidentally gets sent back to 1955 in a time-traveling DeLorean built by his eccentric scientist friend, Doc Brown. Now he's stuck in the past, meeting his parents as teenagers and accidentally preventing them from falling in love, which means Marty is literally erasing himself from existence. What makes this the perfect popcorn movie? It has everything: comedy, adventure, heart, sci-fi coolness, and that iconic DeLorean. The humor is timeless. The relationship between Marty and Doc is wonderful. The fish-out-of-water scenarios as Marty navigates the 50s are pure gold. Michael J. Fox is absolutely perfect. This movie has been entertaining audiences for decades, and it still holds up. It's fun, it's clever, it's rewatchable forever. That's why it's number one. Back to the Future is the ultimate popcorn flick. And there you have it, the top 10 best popcorn flick movies that guarantee a great time. From time-traveling DeLoreans to music-synced car cases, from buddy cop chaos to superhero action, these are the films you put on when you just want to have fun. Did your favorite make the list? What's your go-to popcorn movie? Drop your picks in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this countdown, smash that like button and subscribe to BingeWise for more awesome movie content. Thanks for watching, movie lovers. Now go grab some popcorn and start your marathon. See you next time.